And there is a vibe in this city. Like, people got flags out at their houses. Everybody's got red on. Flags in their cars. I must be a terrible Tuesday. I don't have red on. I thought about it as I pulled out of the driveway. Yeah, I'm not wearing red. 30 days on YouTube. And just thinking, I want to share with you, as I'm sitting here in the line at Star Yucks, a little bit about what I've learned. So I really began this journey and challenged myself on January 1st to try to vlog or post something at least once a day. And so my vlog obviously was a day behind, and so I'd post my Wednesday on a Thursday, Thursday on a Friday, and different things like that. But also, my goal was really to just get the creativity going, throw some things on the wall, see what sticks, and see what folks enjoy. So in that, my question to you would be, what kind of things would you like to see from this channel? I've kind of done a myriad of them over the past month, and I kind of have an idea of what I want to do, but I want to ask from you, like, what are some things that you might want to see? All right, so down below in the comments, right away, right? Like, put in there some of the things that you might want to see, things you want to learn, and if I have the answer, then I'll answer them, and if not, I'll pursue the answer and see what I can find, okay? Yeah. So it's been fun. I've enjoyed it, and I'm going to continue doing it. Probably not to the extent of every day, but yeah. So here's a couple things that I have learned, a couple tips, maybe even a couple tricks for you if you're starting out on YouTube, and just some helpful hints, I hope. So here we go. So really the number one thing that I have seen in this past 30 days is that creativity fuels creativity. And what I mean by that is this. Like, I was kind of stuck in a rut a little bit with just my creativity and thinking of new things and different things like that. And so when I jumped into it and I started creating on a daily basis, then I found myself in creative meetings at church and different things like that, really processing and thinking well and thinking more and thinking better. And so as a creative person, like, my headspace has to be creating. But when I'm creating, I've found that in these past 30 days that I'm creating better, and I'm creating easier, and I'm creating faster. So if you're a creator right now, or a creative person who isn't like flexing that muscle, I would encourage you to jump out and start something, right? Start journaling, painting, drawing, doing something so that then fuels creativity in other parts of your life. The second thing, and this may kind of seem like a no duh, but the more you practice, the better you get at your craft. And so what I mean by that is just shooting in general, looking at the camera, editing, like all of those things I have far improved just in the past month. So I can only look forward to what it's going to look like as I continue my journey, right? But you learn little tips and you learn little tricks, build up your efficiency, but also build up just your understanding of what you're doing. So a great example of that is my editing process, right? I think my first video took me like 3.5 hours to edit, and it was on iMovie. But then I had gotten Premiere and moved into that, and so it was a new system, new buttons, new shortcuts, all those different things. And so I learned that, and in the past 30 days, I can see already just improvement in my process, right? So now a video takes me about 30 minutes to edit, 35 if it's just shortcuts, easy cuts. If I want to make it a little more advanced and move in with the music and different things like that, then it's obviously going to take me a little bit longer, but it doesn't take me by any means 3.5 hours like it did before. I've learned shortcuts, I've learned new tools and tricks, and also just my videos and the quality have gotten far better. If you go back and watch the first one, it's a joke. And so I continue to look forward and see that it's going to just get better with better equipment and different things like that as well. So I'm excited about that. So I think the third thing I've learned is that this takes time. I think there is the occasional overnight success, like somebody has a YouTube video that goes viral, they jump on the next one and they just ride that wave. But I think for the majority of YouTubers, it's just kind of a little bit of a grind. Like, you just got to keep going for you and not for numbers or anything else like that. And I'll be honest, like I've found that out in many areas of my life, that it takes a little bit of time. It takes a little bit of work. I think there's a quote that says, it took many years for me to be an overnight success, right? And I think that's true. I think there's just this continued need to be consistent and then put content out there and begin to find what really works and what begins to build who you are and what your channel is. And so for me, I think those three things that I've kind of landed on are faith, family, and fitness. But now I've got to really like kind of within each of those categories find what's really the things that people need to know and want to know. And with that, like I have kind of my goals that I want to pursue and push, but that doesn't mean that they won't be flexible or possibly change, right? But yeah, this thing takes time, right? And so we'll continue moving forward and pressing on. The fourth thing, and I think it's something for each and every person to take consideration of, is no matter how good or bad you are, you can always improve. You can get better at editing. You can get better at shooting. You can have higher quality videos and better content. Like there's kind of this endless incline of opportunity here of the things that you learn and the things that you put out in your content. Some of the bigger YouTubers that maybe I watch or see, they're always improving. They're always getting better. And so I think for you as a person who maybe is stepping into YouTube for the first time, or me as a person who's stepping into YouTube for the first time, there's opportunity there that maybe each video you just make one thing better, right? And it's always great and it's always hard to have people critique your videos, but it's okay. And so that leads me then to number 5, is have some people watch your video with a critical eye. What are some things that you can change, and what are some things that maybe you need to work on? For me, a couple of the comments that I've had are the audio quality, right? Like you really need to get better audio. And I agree. And so with that, there's, I've been watching some stuff and working on some stuff of making my audio better. But also like just the way that a story is told within the vlog and within each of these segments and different things. Like, is the information truly relevant to anybody, or are you just putting random stuff out there, right? And so I think those are two that I'm really holding on to right now as I develop and create more, is that I want folks to find value from being a subscriber, find value from coming to this page or watching a video. There needs to be a reason for you to spend on that 3 to 4 to 5, even 10 and 15 minutes of your life that you're watching that video. And so that's really the big one for me. What else have I learned in the past 30 days? Number 6 would be that there may not be massive growth, but there needs to be growth. In other words, if nobody is watching your videos, then you're doing something wrong, right? But if somebody is coming to your page, checking out your video, and watching those things, then be encouraged by that. If you have subscribers, be encouraged by that. Like small wins will get you through this process. And so for me, it's been, if I can grab 2 to 3 subscribers a week, cool. That puts me on a decent track, right? If I can have at least 10 viewers per video for right now, like that's my good number. And I can say that, you guys have been watching and it's gone over that number. And so that's encouraging, and that encourages me to continue to create. But if you are at a place that you're not seeing any views or any subscribers, I would say, okay, how are you putting your content out there for people to know it's there? I wouldn't rely solely on YouTube, right? And so for me, like I've been using my Facebook page and my Facebook friends as the platform for putting my information out there and putting the video out there. And then people go and they share that on Facebook if it's relevant content and different things like that. And so that's some of the trends that I've seen and learned. An interesting thing for me that I'm ready to step into and excited to step into is that I've taken Instagram off my phone for the past month, and I'm going 40 days without it. Just to see how that goes, right? But with that, that's a whole group of people that I have been connected with that I'm not currently connected with. And so how can I expand that circle and use that where I don't overwhelm people with every post on Ray's Instagram is a YouTube video, or every post on Ray's Facebook page is an every post on Ray's Facebook page is a new video, right? But then I'm using that to interact and converse with my friends and using it in a positive way and not just on a rant or a whatever about social media. Number 7, I would say, is have some goals, right? Even if they're own personal goals for you, you need to have something to shoot towards. If you don't have a target, then you're just shooting at thin air, right? And so I would encourage you to at least set some small goals. I try to be intentional in all areas of my life to have a goal that I want to accomplish in that area of my life, so that I have something to shoot for, something to go after, and something to pursue. Even if it's a YouTube page, you know what? You might need to set some goals so that you have some benchmarks. For instance, if you say in 6 months, I'd love to have 100 subscribers, and in 6 months you have 2, then you haven't maybe been working hard enough towards that goal. And so I would say put down a goal, lay down a goal, and move forward with that goal. Number 8, I saw on another guy's page, but I'm going to steal it, all right, is stop watching and go create. Like, if you have been debating for months, years, however long about starting a YouTube page and you're just worried about what people are going to think, or you're worried about I'm not relevant or I don't have that information, you know what? Do it for you. Like, put the content out there, start to create it. You may never know. Like, the next thing you may know, you are tons of subscribers, tons of information going out, and you actually become even an expert, right? Like, there's opportunity for you there. But if you're just sitting there watching other people do it, somebody's going to do it before you, okay? So I would encourage you in that, like, go after that thing, whether it's even like not even a YouTube page, if it's starting a business, if it's getting something going in your marriage or in your life or your finances. Like, you've got to quit watching the videos about everybody else doing it, and you yourself have to do it as well. Number 9, I would say you gotta have fun, right? Like, if you're not having fun doing this, then don't do it. If you're not having fun doing whatever you are doing, don't do it, right? So for me, like this past month, if this wasn't fun for me, I would probably shut it down. But it's fun, and the benefits of it are far outweighing the negatives of it so far. I'll reevaluate that after, a couple months and see. But really right now, this is fueling my creative juices. This is allowing me an outlet to kind of do some things and share some things, and the opportunities are growing. And so with that, I've got to have fun with it. I have a history of photography and videography and different things like that. And so this was like a re-spark, if you will, of that creativity and getting to use cameras and getting to use editing and all those different things. And am I getting better at it? Do I need to get better at it? Absolutely, right? But it gives me something to grow towards. We recently did a series on our Sunday morning, and we talked a little bit about dreaming big. And the idea was that as kids, we often dream about big things. I'm going to be an astronaut, a superstar, an all-star. But when we get older, our dreams get smaller, right? And when we get bigger, our dreams get smaller. But we have more opportunity and resources as an adult than we ever do as a kid to accomplish those dreams. So what I want to challenge you in is to chase after those things, have fun, and pursue them absolutely. But also know that you have more resources now than you ever will before to reach out and start that thing. Have fun with it. Go after it. Pursue it. Number 10, and my kind of final thing for you to take in would be start with what you got, right? If you have a phone, man, a phone can do it. I shot on a phone for the first 30 days. I just posted a video of the new camera that I got, but I shot everything with my phone, an iPhone 10, for the first 30 days. It's doable. You can do it. You just got to get creative, right? Use the old arm zoom, use both sides of the camera, use all those things. The iPhone 10 shoot 4K, man. They're good quality cameras, but shoot with what you got, start with what you got, and get after it. Like, don't let anything hold you back. Don't make excuses. Go buy you a little point and shoot if you need it, or whatever it's going to take for you to jump on and chase after this. That's what I've learned in 30 days. It's all up to you. Get it. Go get it.